I'm like trying to think of how to kind of lay this video out, and yeah, I'm kind of struggling with that. But I think, okay, the main thing why I wanted just to kind of grab the camera right now and hop on here was because, like, I don't know, I myself, like, mentally have been going through a couple of struggles within myself, like, anything major, or I don't know, like, I don't know, I just find it very hard to find the right words to use, basically. And I'm sorry if this video is all over the place. I'm going to try my very, very best not to be all over the place. But I'm kind of doing this video more as to like a little video diary entry, as you can probably call it. I don't know. And like these past couple of months have really, really, really taken a toll on me. To the point where I exploded. Like, I exploded earlier at Luis. And for those of you guys who don't know who Luis is, he's my husband. For those small little thing, like, I guess I had just bottled so many emotions that I just lost it. But part of me, I felt like that needed to happen, and I needed to let all that out. Hold on, you know what? Give me 1 second, because Ollie's doing something. Where was I? Yeah, alright, so I lost it with him and all that. And like I said, I think, like, I'm actually happy that did happen, because I feel like those raw emotions that were just, like, pouring out of me needed to happen. Like, I had just been bottling a lot of stuff up from, like, I cannot actually say, like, months behind. And, you know, because of work and life and, you know, being a stay-at-home mom, husband works and all that, like, after so much routine, we tend to kind of lose ourselves. Like, not, I don't know really how to explain it. We just, for us, when we get just so caught up, like me here at home with the kids and he's working, we get so caught up and we forget about each other's emotions. And Luis isn't really the one to talk about his emotions or any of that. And I am to a certain point, but I just feel like bottling it all up because I just don't want to stress him. I just don't want to add another thing to his worry or whatever. And because I see a therapist, I thought that, okay, he's already putting in this for me, or, you know, he's helping me out in this form of self-care, but I'm like kind of getting emotional. But it really hit me when, like, his words were, you have to start caring for yourself. And that kind of, like, oh my God, that, like, really hit something for me, because it's not that he's never told me that, it's just I've never really paid attention to him being, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, he's very traditional Hispanic thinking, and, you know, even at the beginning, I struggled letting my emotions out, because before it would be like, why are you crying? Like, he never really fully understood it, sorry. And I feel like since I've started therapy because of my postpartum, like, he might not show it, or he might not, like, ask so much about it, but I feel like he understands it more, or has more of a, like, knowledge to where he's like, okay, yeah, I do need to step in, and, you know, I don't know how to explain it. But I don't know, I just feel like the conversation we had earlier, it was something that really was nice for me, because it was nice to hear those things coming from him. Like, the whole word, like, because of the way I grew up, I was so used to doing things a certain way, you know, like, and I'm not trying to bash anybody, but it was just like, everything was supposed to be done a certain type of way, and if it wasn't done that way, I'd know that, not that I was gonna get in trouble, but that I was gonna disappoint in a way. So I've always bottled stuff up to the point where I don't want to disappoint, and I'm always constantly, I'm more of a like yes person. Like they tell me to do this, yes. I'm not gonna say, oh no, you know what, I can't. It's like yes, yes, yes. So I got into the habit of running on other people's schedule. Like I never did something to where it's like, hey, you know what? I can't because I already have my day planned out. I would, and I will, like, cause I still do it. I'll cancel whatever it is I have going on just to please or just to get what somebody's asking me to do out of the way or whatever. And Luis brought it to my attention. He's like, yeah, you gotta help, but to a certain point. Don't lose yourself. You're losing yourself. Like, at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself. You are a mother. Like, though being a stay-at-home mom, like, keeps you in a figure of speech, keeps you, in these four walls. Like, get out of the house. Do things with Ollie, like, get yourself out there and find stuff to do, so you're not in that headspace. And it's true, like, I'm always, like, I'm scared of trying new things because I don't know, like, I'm still struggling with that myself. Like, I don't know how to really explain it. It's like, this whole parenting thing sometimes takes, like, a horrible toll. Like, not, I don't know. It really got me thinking earlier, like, in our conversation that we were having, that I do, like, need to make changes. And not just obviously for the kids, but for myself, because I feel like I would say this last month is where I've really, 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 truly have been starting to lose myself, and losing myself to the point where it's just out of control. Like, I have no, like, I don't know if you would say, like, thrive of wanting to do things, or I just have no energy, no excitement, or I don't know, like, I'm just living in a routine, not to where, like, I'm enjoying, like, I don't know how to really explain it. And this video is going to be filled with a whole bunch of I don't knows, or it's going to probably be all over the place. But I don't know, like, I think I'm just going to start posting these things. And that's the thing, that I get so caught up in thinking or wanting to do things according to what I feel people are going to like. And that's how I've lived my whole life. And I guess that stems with, not growing up with both of my parents in the same household. So I guess I got into the habit of wanting to do things to try to gain the attention from a certain person, this and that. And it's led up to me, it's like caught on to my adulthood, to my parenting. And it's like, no, like, I have to do things because I want to do things. Like, I have to take that back and, like, have that control of me being able, like, to do things for myself. Like, even before Ollie, like, I would constantly get ready, my hair, like, I have not really, like, I just lost myself. Like, I can be in the same pair of clothes, like, obviously to sleep, shower, this and that, whatever. But I don't mind wearing the same shirt 2-3 days in a row. And, like, it doesn't bother me, but it should bother me because, like, I should have that self-love of wanting to look nice for myself, not for anybody else. Like, I should want to have that, sorry for the background, I should want to have that energy and that self-love of, hey, Monica, get yourself ready for yourself. Like, get some makeup on, just to feel good about yourself, stuff like that. And it's like, until I was sitting down with Luis earlier, like all this started popping. It's like, damn, like I really, really have let myself go, and it got bad, and it got. I'm saying got in past tense because I don't want to continue like this. Like I don't want it to like stay like this. And I see my therapist, and we have discussed it, the possibility of maybe considering medication just to help me. But that's another thing. If I do happen to decide on that, I just don't want to fully depend on something. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna give it a shot. Why? Because I want to feel good. Like, I want to be the best version of myself for them. So I'm gonna give it a shot, and I guess this video is just, I'm just gonna post it up there because I want, in a couple of months, years, or whatever, I want to be able to look back and say, wow, I'm not in that headspace. Like, I was able to snap out of it. Because that's something I was telling Luis. Like, I just can't snap out of it. I try, I just can't. It's like, I guess I'm not trying hard enough. It's like I'm not accepting the fact of wanting to snap out of it because this is my comfort. Like, I found comfort in just not caring. And that's not okay. Like, I don't want my kids, both of my boys, to grow up looking at mom, like, oh, mom doesn't, she's not fully there. Like, I want to be fully there for them and for my husband. So, I don't know, like, I feel like I have very exciting things coming my way, and I have 100% support from my husband, and I think that's all I need. Like, I have family, obviously, my brother, like, he is an important role of, like, I'll have these bad days and I'll just let him know, or, vice versa. And it's like, yeah, I just need to be my best. I just need to be the best version of myself. And I'm just going to keep repeating that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to leave this video here and just share my emotions, or I don't know, like, this video really doesn't have a purpose, and from here on out I'm just not gonna care what, like, I'm gonna try, this is gonna be my new goal, to not care what others are gonna say about my lifestyle, about anything. Like, I want to live life for me, not live life to please others or to get the approval of others. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Just gonna leave this here as a little diary entry, as I mentioned. And yeah, I think next video is where I'm gonna actually be talking about some very exciting things that I got going on that I actually already mentioned on Instagram, but I want to do just a whole video about that separately, not to where it's mixed with all this craziness emotions. But yeah, alright, so I just want to thank those of you who have been, willing, or who are following me, to like, thank you. And I very, like, truly from the bottom of my heart appreciate every single little subscribe and like and all that. It just means a lot to me. So yeah, I'll just leave this here. Bye.